So let's talk about the arsenal for a moment. And there it is. Rods, 11 bait casters. I've got one super light. This is a super light here. Don't use it very much, but it's a fun rod combination to work. At one time I was pretty accurate with spin rods, but not so much anymore. Matter of fact, you can see the spiders have got nests going on there. So let's talk about them for a second. My first one is my BFS combination. Now this is actually a Shimano BFS reel, and I've got super light test on it, I think like 10 pound. This is paired with the St Croix Mojo Bass Trigon. The Trigon has to do, as we talked before, about the shape of the handle assembly here. Your hand just naturally wraps around that triangle. This is a very fun rig. I have a blast with it. Very lightweight. I've been throwing some little crawdad creatures, getting some good action on those. The thing though that about this that is just absolutely awesome is it's so lightweight. I mean, I can play with this for an hour and not even feel it like I've worn myself out at all. You'll notice also on all of my rods, down in here, there'll be a label. This one says medium light, medium fast, 9/16 ounce maximum weight. Okay, most of the stuff I'm throwing is about 1/8 of an ounce, so I stay way under that. But because I have super light braid and super light terminal tackle, this thing here just throws like a dream. This is probably my favorite setup in the whole arsenal. Okay, we have a St Croix Physyx. Okay, the Physyx. This is one of their upper middle brands lines. They're $350 to $400. This is paired with the 25 model Aldebaran DC 31 XG. And the XG stands for the highest speed retrieve. Again, this has sort of that trigger assembly, sort of like a Trigon setup, and it works, man. Your hand just wraps right around it. But this is a blast to cast. The handle material is actually carbon fiber. It doesn't go bad on you. I'll tell you, when I get to the loose rod, I'll tell you what's going on there with that handle and what's happening. But this I love. It's a sweet throwing rod, super lightweight, and just a joy to use. So here's another St Croix Physyx. I've got this set up with a worm jig, and this is paired with a Shimano Curado DC. This particular one is a 8.5 to 1, so it's a pretty fast retrieve. Just about all of my reels are fast or extremely fast retrieve. I just like, to be able to work the worm slow, but when I'm done, I want to pull it back in and get another cast off. So these, by the way, these Shimano Curado DCs are a dream to use. I love them, absolutely love them. Matter of fact, you'll hear me saying a lot of that in just a moment. Now, this is a St Croix Premier. Premier rods are about $160 to $180 in that range, maybe as high. I don't think they go as high as $200. Okay, this is a medium fast, like the others. Again, a Shimano Curado DC. I've got a nice diving lure on that, and right now we're getting a lot of action out on the pond. It's not along the banks, it's out in the middle. So I've got this set up specifically where if I see, fish breaking the water in the middle, the canal, I'll take this and I'll flip it out there and I'll try to coax them onto the hook. Now, the Bass X line from St Croix is one of their beginner lines. It's less expensive. It's probably second up from the bottom, and $130 or so. I've got this paired with a Shimano SLX DC. Now, whenever I say DC, it stands for digital control. That's right. All of these rods, or all the reels I should say, have a little microprocessor in there that helps reduce your backlash. I get hardly any at all. You get these things tuned up right, and they're easy to throw bombs with. So, medium fast, 5/8 out maximum weight. And now another line. This is another one of my favorite lines from St. Croix. This is the Victory. Okay, the Victory. Medium, heavy, fast. Very lightweight rod, and you can just sling stuff with this. Matter of fact, that's why I got the Whopper Plopper on this. Again, paired with the Shimano Curado DC. Okay, this particular retrieve is the 7.4, so it's not the XG, this is the HG model. This one can throw up to 1 ounce lure. So I've got it paired with 30-pound test. I think there's no leader on this. This is going straight 30-pound, right to the Whopper Plopper. Here's another Victory, okay? Again, medium, heavy, fast, 1 ounce maximum weight. It's basically the identical rod you just saw. And this is again paired up with the Shimano DC, Curado DC. This particular one is another 7.4 to 1, so that'll make this an HG model. Just a workhorse, just a workhorse. By the way, I discovered something the other day. St. Croix probably has the best guarantee in the world. The Victory is a $200 pole with a 15-year warranty on it. Figure that. If it breaks for about 50, 60 bucks, they'll send you a brand new one. Gotta love that, right? And matter of fact, they have a trade-up plan where this is a, let's see, those are the Victories. This is a medium heavy Premier. Again, the Premier line, medium heavy fast, I believe. Yeah, medium heavy. Oh, this is the moderate. This was the medium heavy moderate. Cast 1 ounce, SLX DC, Shimano. But I can trade this rod in and upgrade it to the next. And what they do is they take the price of this rod, subtract it from the price of the new rod, and then you pay, I think it's a $60 replacement fee. And I can actually get credit for an old rod towards a brand new higher tier one. So this one here is probably going to go back, and I'm going to get another Victory, medium heavy moderate, okay, and 15-year warranty. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Now let's talk about my flipping rod here. This is the Legend Tournament Bass, okay? Man, love these. This is my very first St. Croix rod was a Legend Tournament spin rod. Matter of fact, that's the one over there in the corner. I've got this paired up with a Shimano Curado. Again, this is the HG model, which is the high retrieve, not the extremely high retrieve. But I got this set up for flipping and got myself a nice weedless lure with a big old fat worm on that. The fat worm gives it enough weight to really just drop and punch through. It'll go right through the mat, sink down, and you can work this jig and pitch this really easy, or flip it. I mean, this is a 7'6" rod. These are incredibly well made. I mean, from the metal nut here, you know, the premium cork, it's just, these feel good in the hand. And when you're sitting there working something for an hour and you're going up and down the bank, man, some of those heavier rods will beat you up and wear you out. Can you buy a less expensive pole fishing rod? Yes, you can. But usually, the less expensive, the heavier they are, okay? You get into the super high-tech fiberglass, or not fiberglass, carbon fiber, you know, and this is a carbon fiber level 4, and they plus some other stuff into it. Ooh, very nice line guides. Man, this is one of my favorite. Matter of fact, I'm looking to pick up, I'm going to trade in one of the other ones for another Legend tournament in the medium heavy range. Now, I really want like lose stuff. The reel is actually very nice. It's smooth, casts well, but this is a Super Duty 300. This is a beast. I mean, you could put up enough line to stretch the canal with this. And, you know, so that's it. I don't know what to do, though, with their sponge or whatever you want to call it, because it comes apart. In a previous video, I was replacing these because these were coming apart in my hand and leaving my fingers black. Well, last night when I was resetting this up, I noticed that the black off the handle was just, my hand was getting black. And man, I can't have that, you know? I don't want to transfer a bunch of black goop from this onto one of my super nice cork handles. So what I did last night is I cleaned it as good as I could, and I took some oil and I rubbed some oil down into it, and it seems like the black is not coming off. So I'm pretty good for right now. Again, this is Super Duty 300, okay? It's on a carbon fire stick. This is a heavy, I think, was it heavy fast? Yeah, heavy fast. And so I have two heavies. This is a little bit shorter than I believe my, I think that's like a 7, yeah, it's like a 7.3. And so anyhow, this is the arsenal right here. This is what I use, and I don't take them all when I go fishing, but I will say this, I take a bunch of them. You know, I'll have a pile on both sides of the deck there. Why? I pre-set up all the lures for what I'm thinking I'm going to be doing that day. Then instead of me having to stop, pull the tackle box open, and scrounge for the lure I want to put on, I just grab the pole that already has it on, and that works well. Now, of course, I do have the tackle. It's a backup. If nothing else is working, I'm thinking, change the color up, I can do that. So, this is my workbench in the back of the house, and this is where I have a lot of fun prepping my stuff before I go out to the boat. And you know, I have almost as much fun working the equipment as I do working the boat. So let's go have some fun.